England may be unbeaten at the World Cup so far, but not everyone is impressed. After a win against Croatia and a frustrating draw with Ghana, Thomas Tuchel is now facing a major selection question before England's final group stage clash with Panama. And one former England manager believes the answer is clear. Drop two attacking players immediately. Sam Allardyce has now called on Tuchel to shake up his starting 11, claiming Anthony Gordon and Noni Madueke have not done enough in England's opening matches. His message is blunt. England need more spark, more balance, more creativity. And against Panama, Tuchel may have to make bold changes if he wants the Three Lions to move forward with momentum. So, is this the moment England's World Cup lineup gets completely reshaped? Let's break it down. Thomas Tuchel's England side are preparing for their final group match against Panama after taking 4 points from their first two games. They opened the tournament with a win over Croatia, then followed it up with a difficult match against Ghana. But while the results have kept England in a strong position, the performances have raised questions. Against Ghana, England's forwards struggled to break through a disciplined opposition defense. The attack lacked rhythm. Chances were harder to find. And for some observers, the wide areas simply did not produce enough. That is where Sam Allardyce has stepped in. Speaking on the No Tippy Tappy Football podcast with Boyle Sports and Footy Accumulators, the former England boss said Tuchel should drop Anthony Gordon and Noni Madueke for the Panama match. Allardyce said their performances have been well below par, and he believes Tuchel should reward the players who have made a stronger impact from the bench. The two names he wants to see come in are Marcus Rashford and Bukayo Saka. Saka has already made an impression in the tournament, scoring against Croatia after coming off the bench. Rashford is also seen as a proven attacking option, and Allardyce believes both players could bring fresh energy to England's starting team. For Allardyce, this is not just about punishing poor performances. It is about giving England a better shape, a better feel, and more threat going forward. He said Tuchel needs to spice things up, arguing that players who have performed well as substitutes should now be trusted to start. And that is the key issue heading into Panama. Does Tuchel stick with the same structure and hope England improve? Or does he act now, before the knockout rounds, and give his attack a new look? Allardyce's proposed team is a bold one. He would start Jordan Pickford in goal, with Jed Spence, Ezri Konsa, Mark Guehi, and Nico O'Reilly across the back line. In midfield, he would use Declan Rice, Morgan Rogers, and Jude Bellingham, while Saka and Rashford would support Harry Kane in attack. The formation? A 4-1-4-1. Allardyce believes that system would give England more stability when they do not have the ball, while also adding more options when they attack. Instead of using two deeper midfielders, he wants an extra midfielder higher up the pitch, someone who can help England play with more creativity and give the forwards better service. That idea matters, because England's attacking performance against Ghana left many questions unanswered. Harry Kane remains the central figure up front, but the players around him need to provide movement, width, and danger. If they do not, England can become predictable. And that is exactly what Allardyce appears worried about. He does not expect Tuchel to make all of those changes. In fact, he admitted he is very doubtful the England head coach will go that far. But in his view, this kind of reshuffle could improve the team's balance and give England a sharper attacking identity. Now, the pressure shifts directly onto Thomas Tuchel. This is where the decision becomes bigger than just two players. Dropping Gordon and Madueke would send a message to the entire squad. Performances matter, and nobody is guaranteed a place. Starting Rashford and Saka would send another message. If you make an impact from the bench, you can force your way into the team. And for England, that competitive tension could be exactly what they need before the tournament gets serious. Bukayo Saka's case is especially strong. He has already scored in this World Cup, and Arsenal and England teammate Eberechi Eze has praised his intelligence on the pitch. Eze described Saka as an incredibly talented player, pointing to his understanding of the game, his decision-making, and his efficiency. That is exactly the kind of player England may need when opponents sit deep and force them to find solutions. Saka does not just offer pace or skill. He offers reliability. He links play, makes smart choices, and gives teammates someone they can trust in tight areas. Rashford, meanwhile, gives England another direct threat. His presence could stretch Panama's defense and add speed to an attack that looked frustrated against Ghana. So now Tuchel has a dilemma. Does he protect continuity, or does he change the mood? Does he give Gordon and Madueke another chance? Or does he listen to the growing calls for England to freshen up? Because Panama may be England's final group match, but it could also be the match that decides the tone of their World Cup campaign. A convincing performance would calm concerns. A flat one would only increase the noise. And if England struggle again, the questions around Tuchel's team selection will get even louder. So, as England prepare to face Panama, the debate is no longer just about the result. It is about identity. Can England become more creative? Can they find better balance? Can Tuchel make the difficult calls before the pressure becomes even greater? Sam Allardyce has made his position clear. He wants Gordon and Madueke out. He wants Saka and Rashford in. And he wants Tuchel to take control of the moment by changing the team before the knockout rounds arrive. Whether Tuchel agrees is another question. But one thing is certain. After the draw with Ghana, England's attack is under the microscope. Panama now becomes more than just a final group stage fixture. It becomes a test of Tuchel's judgment, England's depth, and whether this team can turn tournament pressure into real momentum. Because at a World Cup, sometimes one selection decision can change everything.